And these bulls just have this way about them where they're super receptive to calling and they're very bold. And so we've been using really aggressive calling strategies, and so that first bull, when he came in, he's what I call a yo-yo bull. He kind of came in, he must have had cows back in the brush. He came in, then he stopped, bugled at the edge, moved back in, and we moved up. He came in, bugled at the edge again, moved back in. So I just went right to where he was. We were all set up. We had cameramen in 2 different positions, and he came into 7 yards, screamed right in front of us. I was at full draw. He was about I'd call him a 310, 315 bull. Really cool, just beautiful big 6-point. Walked all the way around us, and just an awesome thing. And then we called in another bull to about 12, and he had all this stuff dangling out of his horns, and that was another very cool bull. So that was kind of day 1, and we were into him thick. I had already passed up 2 or 3 6-points, and I'm here to try to shoot a really big bull. And so this morning we went out with the goal to look over a lot of elk, and not necessarily to engage them, because the engaging them would take us longer than trying to pull up, glass them up, see if they're a shooter, move in. And so we looked over a lot of bulls this morning, but we didn't end up working ones until late. And then once we did, it was because these bulls that we glassed from distance, there was 6 or 7 bulls in there, but they were far enough away that I caught one going in, and he looked like he was heavy framed and had good tines, but I just couldn't get an assessment. I said, the morning's getting late, let's just go in and have fun and see what happens. So we went in, and it was really cool. As we were moving in, the bulls went from 300 to like 75 really quick. So they must have kind of come up and around and back towards us, and we were coming in, and we ended up coming on an intercept course that I got closer than I thought I was going to. So when I finally called to see where they were right on top of us, maybe 75 yards. So we set up, we had a bull kind of coming to the left that we did see that wasn't a shooter, and we had a bull in front that we didn't know what he was, and so we were calling for the bull in front, and I saw him coming through the timber through the brush at about probably 40, and saw that his tops just weren't finished like a bull I would be looking to shoot. And so I knew he wasn't a shooter. I still wanted to come to full draw on him, just see what it was all about. And the thing is he just kept coming. And so he was on a line right with us. He came, and so I'm still at full draw. Ronnie, my cameraman's right behind me, just being stone cold with that camera, and that bull just kept coming and coming. Shay was off to the right, and so we were filming from both sides. That bull literally walked in between, and right when he was at that cusp, it was the coolest thing, because his eyes just bugged out of his head. His eyes just and bugged out of his head. You could see he goes, man, I'm right in the middle of danger here. And then right then, if I didn't step out of the way, his horn was, I felt like it was going to come into me. I mean, they were that close. I step to the side, he kind of flinches and pulls out, and what an amazing experience. I mean, the bull was less than a yard. I mean, had I wanted to, I probably could have reached out and grabbed his horns. He was that close. So we got over that amazing event, high-fiving, having fun, going back to the rig. And then on the way back, we decided to pull over at this little kind of junction spot, again, in these brushy little bottom country where you can hide a whole herd of elk, and it looks like it's flat, but it's not. It's just big, tall brush, and they bed down in there, and they work in there, and you can be 100 yards from them. You can't see them. They're just right there. So it was one of those classic things. We roll down, kind of come up, I bugle, boom, bugle return, 2 bulls really close, one at maybe 100, another one at 150 up the drainage. We gathered our stuff up really quick, piled into the thing like 40 yards, and started calling, because we had one on our left and one coming from the front. The 2 came together. They fought in front of us at about 60 yards. As soon as they started fighting, we closed the distance to probably 30. And once they stopped, they were raking. The one bugled a challenge bugle, and I answered him with a challenge bugle, really aggressive. He came back, I came back again, and then I cow called, and you just saw his lights turn on. He went, not only is that guy, bringing it on, he goes, he's got a girl. And so it was just immediate, do. He comes, he's standing right on the other end of the brush. He's probably 3-4 yards, bugles right there, and then goes to go around the brush. We're right here, and is going to come in, and you can see him kind of get the sense of his. I don't think he got our wind. I think maybe he got a little ground scent or something, and just enough for him to kind of back off. And then that heather bull came around and just came right into us again, so close that I was worried. I was literally worried. Both these bulls were coming in to fight, and that bull had his head down and he was coming in, and I could see his eyes, and he was a yard away, and so I kind of stepped away and he flinched away, and again, we just had an incredible close call experience. So we've been here hunting a day and a half. I passed up 10 bulls. Of those 10 bulls, probably 7 of them are 6x6s or better. The best bull we've seen so far is probably pushing 340. I don't think quite there, but you know, just short of it. But we're looking for bigger, and just what a gift to be here. Such a blast.